Good morning, people. Welcome back to the channel. Bob here, your host. You can see the wife over here to my, well, technically she's on my left, but for you, she's on the right. Right there. Yeah, she's giving me the dirty looks too, as usual. Anyway, this morning's video is about the presumed abolishment and or amending of the Second Amendment of the Constitution. Now, the Constitution was ratified in 1789. That is 233 years ago. That's a long time. Now, the guys that wrote the Constitution, both Federalists, Democrats, Republicans, however you want to say it, they spent quite a while sitting down in meetings to come up with this Constitution. It took 11 years. And they finally came up with something. God bless them for doing so. We have lived by it for a very long time. Now, there are those that don't like the Constitution. To them I say, dial this number, 1-800-TOO-BAAD. 1-800, too bad. Anyway, I have here, as you can see, this thing is so, it's too bright on my phone, but there it is. There. So I'm going to read some of this if you guys don't mind. Bear with me. Now, mind you, this is from out of the Constitution of the United States. Now, I did not look this up on Google. I will not use Google. My normal search engine is Tor, T-O-R, or DuckDuckGo. Now, here's what this says. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, that's that portion there. Now, if we open up the actual Second Amendment, take a minute here. Okay, so the important part here is the first four words. A well-regulated militia. This is actually the key to the Second Amendment. And unfortunately, this is going to get a little political. I didn't want it to, but it's going to anyway. The reason the left, or wackos, whatever you want to call them, want to do away with the Second Amendment is a well-regulated militia. That clause in the Second Amendment gives us, we the people, the right to step into the House of Congress, the House of the Senate, the Oval Office, in any other governmental building, if we so choose, and there's enough of us. It gives us the legal right to step in and remove them however we care to, including in a plastic bag. Now, I'm not suggesting that. I'm not even insinuating it. What I'm saying is it's there, basically, the law. Now, I have actually been in courts where I have heard district attorneys or assistant district attorneys laugh and make some idiotic remark when somebody mentions about the United States Constitution. Well, being a veteran, and I'm sure any veteran would agree with me, that upset me highly. But the point is, the reason they want the Second Amendment gone is that clause. So we cannot stand up and defend ourselves against them. Now, I have recently heard, and unfortunately I can't find any text on it right now, that a certain congresswoman, I think she's a sophomore now, plans on introducing a bill when the other party presumably takes over the House and the Senate, which is an extreme possibility at this point in time. Anyway, this bill, if it passes, and it's expected to, when it's breached to the House, breached meaning presented, excuse me, when it passes, it would nullify congressional and senatorial salary. It would take them back to an hourly wage position, which means unless they're sitting on the floor or in their office physically doing work on the clock like the rest of us do, they don't get paid. It's not a guarantee. Now remember, sometime back, I'll have to look it up, Congress voted in the salaries for Congress and the Senate and all federal workers, none of which should be salaried. Also, that would mean that they would have to pay for all their own expenses. Gas, food, mortgage, rent, whatever it is. They got to pay for it all by themselves. They are allowed a per diem, meaning an expense account for business things only. They are allowed to write those costs off on their taxes. Okay. Now that is going to be another video coming up differently and entirely different taxes. That's a doozy. Anyhow, the militia clause in the Second Amendment is why the loons want the Second Amendment gone. As always, folks, down at the bottom, like, subscribe, share, comment to your heart's content. Good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. I read all of them, or try to. Sometimes I give a wiseacre response. Sometimes I give basically an FU response. But I do try to respond. It don't always happen because sometimes I get a little busy doing stuff. But God bless. Have a great day. It's Sunday morning and it's my birthday. Bye-bye, guys.